Right. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, I know, I haven't posted a video in a while. And you know what? I have taken some videos of the SkyTrain Station Vancouver area series, and I've got to upload those after I edit them. But I have to introduce you to a little bit of a project that's going to lead into those videos. Now, before, you've seen a little biking around Vancouver videos, and I do love this bike, but you know what? My partner in crime, her daughter, has a little electric scooter. I thought it was pretty cool, but what I've seen is people have motorized powered bikes here, similar to this. They go out, buy two-stroke, four-stroke engines, and they install them on pedal bikes. And I've seen a couple of them buzzing around. I thought, hey, that's the coolest freaking thing ever. Now I want to do it. I went out and bought an engine. Now I just have to find a bike because I don't want to use this bike. This one's pretty good for mountains and trails, but I want a little cruiser style where I can have some fun with it, just tour around. So that's what I did, and I'm gonna throw that video up here of me searching for one. I had two options, and I'll show you the two options that I came up with this month. And the best way, well, I'll get into it when we go upstairs, and let's check out the engine kit. Okay, we're actually not gonna get too in depth on this motor kit, but what you get is the motor. In this case, I bought a four-stroke engine, which is larger than a two-stroke. However, the four strokes are easier to start. They're also not as noisy. With this kit, you get the transmission. You get everything to assemble, to put together a bike with a motor. So you get the mounting kit. This is the engine mount. You get the muffler, new handles because this is a throttle. You get a fuel tank and new sprocket and chain and everything else that I won't get into details. So like I mentioned, we got two bikes we did take a look at, and I'll show you at the end of the video which bike we picked and the reasons why. That's it in its glory. Yeah, wow. Wow. It's in decent shape.
Yeah, it's only had a little bit of action just last year. That's it. The
Yeah.
mountain bikes.
Yeah. Okay, we took a quick look at bike number one, and I really like it. I love the style, the look, the tires, brakes. Engine placement could be a little tight. I did some measuring, and I got some concerns on that fact. And just as I'm recording this, I have a pop-up on the screen, and the second guy messaged me. It's $100 cheaper. This next bike, it's older, a little more beat up, which might be more than what I'm looking at. And it's a 6-speed, so I would have gearing. This one here, I guess you could buy a gear changing hub, and that would work too. But I love the big balloon tires. I love the look. Wow, so cool. I love the funky blue color. So yeah, we'll see. We'll do some investigating today. Without a doubt, this first bike I looked at was in amazing condition, not ridden on it a lot, and it was a special edition made for Granville Island Brewery, which they gave away to certain people who entered a contest. In all honesty, this bike is in too good of a shape to put a motor on and test and try out. Okay, let's try bike number two and see what it looks like. It's definitely going to be older and a little rougher, but that's okay because it's $100 cheaper and it's a project, right? So yeah, let's see. Hey. Hey? Oh, I'm not too worried. That's okay. Okay. See what I mean by older? Very much older. Tire looks worn out, scrubbed out. Front's okay, but these aren't the kind of tires I want. But they are wide, so that's good. Has brakes, that's good. And see, it's a 6-speed, so that is super good. That's what we're looking for. So I think this is the one, and spacing on the engine looks a little better. So, and I'm guessing a steel frame, which, yeah, steel frame. Okay, kids. Well, okay, kids. I guess it's ours. Yeah, I don't know what to... Actually, it's not a bad bike. It's pretty sturdy, so... And just the seating position is really weird feeling compared to the newer bikes. But this one, the frame is a bit wider, so I think I got more room for the motor. I'll have to drop the seat down because it's way too long for me. Yeah, it's way too high for me, sorry. Anyhow, in its glory, this beat up old bike is it, so it's gonna need some polishing and whatever else. And yeah, so we got ourselves a project anyway. $100, we won't complain. Shift's good, brakes really good, and feels actually solid, so I don't think whoever had this used it a lot. So anyhow, kids, I better go before I get run over. My only concern would be the crankshaft in this thing for the pedals. I'm not sure if they will fit or not, so that's the only questionable thing. So, as you've seen, this is what we ended up picking up. It's an older, late 80s. I've done my research. The other guy did some research on it. It's a Jeep Cherokee Classic. There's not a lot of info on these bikes. Very similar to CCM style. But one of the reasons why I picked this bike was cost. It's $100 cheaper than the other bike. So for $100, if things don't work out, you know what? We didn't lose a lot. The other thing I like on it, it's got a 7-speed gearing. The other bike has the coaster brake, 1 speed. So I can still change gears, go up hills, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff. The other thing I like about this is it's got full brake system. The other bike doesn't. You have to old school style back pedal, and that's your brake. Now when you have a motor on a bike and you're buzzing along at 30, 35 miles an hour, yeah, I would like to stop, other than the sudden stop of hitting a car or a bridge or whatever. So this is what we ended up with. Looking forward to kind of doing this project, but you know what? Before we do the project, I think it's a good thing to take it out for a couple bike rides and test it out and see what it's like. So next video, we're going to take it to the SkyTrain and we're going to tour around Port Moody area. So you know what? Stay tuned, my friends. More exploring. Vancouver and area, Metro Vancouver. Bike changing, riding, having fun. We're going to get out there, have some adventures on this old girl before we swap the engine. So you know what? Stay tuned for those videos. It's going to be a lot of fun. Adventures to happiness. That's the goal, right? For you, for me. Hey, you know what? Until the next video, stay awesome, my friends, and keep being awesome. And cheers until next video.